Hello everyone. In this session, we are going to talk about the merge query in Power Query. In Power Query, merging queries refers to the process of combining two or more tables or queries into a single dataset, and this is based on a single column or key. This operation allows users to consolidate the data from different sources of tables, enabling more comprehensive analysis and reporting within the Power BI. Now, if we talk about the merging queries, there are several types of merge available in Power Query. The first one is the inner join. An inner join combines rows from two tables based on matching values in a specified column, keeping only the rows that have matching values in both the tables. This type of merge is commonly used to retrieve only the data that exists in both the tables. Then we have the left outer join. A left outer join combines rows from the first, that is the left side table, with the matching rows from the second, that is the right side table, based on a specified column. If there are no matching rows in the right table, null values are included for the column from the right table. Then the third one is the right outer join. So the right outer join is quite similar to the left outer join. A right outer join combines rows from the second, that is the right table, matching rows from the first, that is the left table, based on a specified column. If there are no matching rows in the left table, null values are included for the columns from the left table. Then we have the full outer join. A full outer join combines rows from both tables, including all the rows from both the tables and matching rows based on some specified column. If there are no matching rows in one of these tables, null values are included for the columns from the other table. Then we have the anti-join or anti-join. This can be left or right. An anti-join returns only the rows from the left or the right table that do not have matching rows in the other table based on the specified column. This type of merge is useful for identifying the rows that exist in one table but not in the another one. So these were some kind of joins. Now let's go to the Power Query editor and see how can we merge two data sets with the help of these joins. So we are in our Power Query editor. Now I have loaded four data sets over here. If I click on this first one, right now I'm having this average salary data set. So this table contains some departments and then I have the average salary for those departments. Then the second one is for the departments. So here I am having the name, age, job title, and the department of various users over here. Now let's say that you want to merge these two tables. Merging means you need to combine these two. And in order to combine or join these two, you need a proper common key between them. Now the idea over here is that I have to bring one more column over here, and that column would be the average salary for each of this person, and that would be based on the department, because department column over here is common in both these tables. So over here also I'm having this department, and if I go in the average salary also I'm having this department. So based on this department column I can then try to retrieve this average salary. If you remember, in Excel we used VLOOKUP to do similar kind of operation, but here we don't need to perform so much rigorous operation. We can easily do it with the help of merge option. So I will go in the department. Now let's say I want to bring this average salary over here. So in order to do that, what I'll do is I will go over here in the merge queries option. And here, if I click, I will be getting two options. The first one is the merge query. The second one is the merge queries. So it is asking me that, do you want a new table over here on the left hand side? And it would be coming as the new query. So these all are known as the queries. So if you want it as a new query, you can click on merge queries as new. After clicking on it, it would ask you that which two tables do you want to merge. So I know that I want to merge department and average salary. So it has already selected department because I was in this department when I selected merge queries. And then the next table is average salary. So I will select average salary. It is giving me the preview of both these tables. Now I have to select both the common columns. So I will select department over here also and department in this part also. And now you can see it was giving first cross over here. Now it is giving me a tick mark. That means that this selection is valid and we are getting no errors over here. Now we can easily join our data or merge our data. Now the thing to notice over here is that the column location can be different in both these tables, and the number of columns can also be different. So here I was having four columns, and in this one I am only having two columns. The number of rows is of course also different. The only thing that is required over here is the department part. So if I have the department key in both, I can easily connect this data. So first select this department and this department. Now it would ask you what kind of join do you want. So I will click over here and it is asking me, do I want the left join, the right join, full outer join, inner join, left anti join, or right anti join. Now, if I use this left outer join, what it would do is it would take this left table, that is the department table. So understand one thing, by left and right, what do we mean? The first one is always considered as the left table. The second table is considered as the right table. So if you want all the values of the first table, that is the left side table, and the matching values from the right side table, what we will do is we will select this left outer join, because the idea over here was to use this table and bring a new column over here, and that column should be of the average salary. So I have to use the left join over here. After selecting this join, I will click on OK, and it would then bring this average salary table over here after merging. Now, since if I go in this average salary option, you can see I was having these two columns. So it has tried to merge that column. I will again come in this table query, and I will use this average salary and I will expand it. So right now it is trying to identify that part as a table, but I don't want this table over here. I just want the average salary for each of this employee. So in order to do that, what you can see is I'm getting these two arrow options over here. So if you click on this two arrows, it would then expand this table. Now you can only select average salary. So I will uncheck all and use this only average salary option. And I will click on OK. Now, in this way, I will be getting the average salary of each of the employee. Then I can easily rename this column as well if I want. So this was the way in which you can merge these two tables with the help of a common key or a common column. And again, you can just right click on it and rename it. This would make it easier to identify. So for the time being, I'm deleting this query and I will show you another example. In this example, we are talking about the department information and also the salary information. So over here, you can see if I go in the department information, I'm having some of the information of employees, that is the first name and their last name and the department in which they are working. So right now you can see it is not trying to identify this first row as the header. So what I will do first is I will try to use this first row as a header. So go in the transform, use first row as the header. For the salary information, it is showing the first row as header, so no need to do it. So in the department information, I'm having first name, last name, and department. In the salary information, I'm having last name, first name, and salary. So here you can see that the location of the column has changed, although the columns are same. So in the department information, I was having first name, last name, and department. And in this salary information, I'm having last name, first name, and salary. Only the position of column has changed. Nothing else has changed. Although there is a department information and over here is salary information. The data inside has not changed in this. So now in order to merge these two, what I will do is I will again go in the merge option. So over here, I will use merge queries option and I will use this merge queries as new. First, I will select this department information. And in the second one, I will use this salary information. Now, what kind of join do you want to choose? So let's say that I want to create a new query. And in that query, I want first name, last name, department, and salary. Okay. So this I want over here. You can do it if you use this left outer join. If you want to utilize this table, then you have to do the right join. Okay. So in that case, I will get this first name, this last name, the salary, and then the department. But we are already having all the common entities in the first name, last name. So it doesn't matter. But still, if you were getting some additional columns over here, let's say if there was any other additional column and it was age. So over here, if I was getting a column and it was age and it was having some values, then it would have mattered what kind of join are you choosing. So if you are choosing the left join or the right join, it matters the most over there. So what I will do is I will use this left outer join for now. I have to select the common column. So now one more thing to understand over here is, let's say if you are trying to identify it with the help of just the first name. So you can see that the first name over here and the first name over here is fine, because right now I'm looking at these first names and I think that no name is seen repeated to me. But it cannot be the same case in your data throughout your data. This first name can repeat, and in that case, it would be giving you some bad results, or maybe it is not trying to identify it, because you can see over here, you can see that this last name is repeating. So here I'm also having do, here also I'm having do. So it won't not be able to identify which data is linked with which row. We are trying to merge these two. So in that case, what you can do is you can tell it that you need to identify it with the help of both first name and last name. Only if both first name and last name match from table A and table B, then only you have to join the data. So for that, what you will do is you will select first name over here, then you will press control and you will select last name over here. You can see a number scheme has been applied to first name and last name. First name has got number one, last name has got number two. That means first it would try to identify with the help of first name, and then it would try to identify it with the help of last name. In the similar way, you have to look at this right side table and you have to click on first name, and then you have to press control and click on last name. It would again try to identify this as the first part and this column as a second part. Now you can choose the kind of join that you want and you can click on OK. Again, it has given us the values in terms of this table. So I want to expand this table. I want to show the salary over here. So I can click on this two arrows and I will uncheck everything and only select salary and click on OK. So it would give me the salaries over here. Now, this is very important part where we are having these multiple columns which are repeating throughout the two data sets, and the values across them also repeat. So in that case, it becomes very useful that to which column you are giving the first priority, to which column you are giving the second priority, and what kind of things you are doing in the second data set as well. That would only decide how your data is joined and how your values are being read by the system. So this was all for merge query. In the upcoming session, we'll be talking a bit more about the append queries in Power Query. Thank you.